Good morrow, my lovely little ghosts, and welcome to the Dark Orchard. I'm Laura, and this is my year in review. As I said in my intro, this is my year in review. This is the video where I count down and show you my most watched videos for the year, as well as talk about some things that I did this year. So let's start with the things that I actually got to do this year. There were 4 major events that happened this year that I vlogged most of. So if you've watched the videos from this past year, you've seen the vlogs for these events. The first big event was for my birthday. I went to the filming location for Friday the 13th Part 1, and I went with Sarah, and it was absolutely amazing. I did an entire review called I Survived Camp Crystal Lake, if you want to check that out. I also went to technically 4 concerts this year. I went to see Scary Kids Scaring Kids, which was Sarah's favorite band growing up. I went to see Ice Nine Kills. That vlog is already up on this channel. The Scary Kids Scaring Kids vlog will come. It's just taken me a while to get back with Sarah to do a video. But the Ice Nine Kills video is already up. And then I got to see Black Veil Brides perform twice, 2 days in a row. That concert review is one of the last videos that I posted of 2021, in case you want to check those out as well. So, let's talk about my most watched videos of 2021. Let's jump into my top 6 most watched videos of 2021. Starting with number 6, my water parks live stream review. This was while concerts were not happening, and instead water parks was doing a live stream show. So Sarah and I sat in bed and we watched it, and then I did a review on it. This was a really enjoyable experience, and they posted clips from that live show on YouTube, so you can check those out at any time. The show itself was just really enjoyable, and they seemed to be having so much fun on stage, which I go into in depth in that video. So number 5 is actually my Ice Nine Kills Welcome to Horrorwood video. And I'm surprised that it's a most watched video because it's a fairly recent video. So a lot of people wanted to hear what people had to say about Welcome to Horrorwood. And spoiler, I had a lot of nice things to say about Welcome to Horrorwood. This year we were given The Phantom Tomorrow by Black Veil Brides, Welcome to Horrorwood by Ice Nine Kills, and Greatest Hits by Water Parks. 3 of my favorite bands releasing full-length albums, and they were some of the most fantastic albums ever. Over the course of 2021, I made about 15 different videos focused solely on bands and band members and band-related things. Welcome to Horrorwood is a sequel to The Silver Scream, and The Silver Scream is one of my favorite albums of all time. So, my number 4 most viewed video is my Disney Paris review video, where Sarah and I talked about the absolute terror that was our trip to Paris, more specifically our trip to Disneyland Paris. We have still yet to recap the entire Paris trip, but with this being one of my most watched videos, I might encourage her to sit down and actually tackle the entire Paris trip now that it's been 2 years. Number 3 is another video with Sarah. I'm seeing a pattern. Number 3 was one of the first videos I posted for 2021, and it was the Taste of the Season review for Carowinds. Now, Carowinds did not do a Taste of the Season this year. They were mostly fully open, and they didn't do a special tasting of new treats or anything like that. They just went back to normal Winterfest activities, which is fine. But I really enjoyed Taste of the Season, and I was really hoping that the Gold Pass members would get a Taste of the Season again. Sadly, they didn't do it, but this video is really fun. It was one of the funnest things to film, and if you don't check out any of the other videos on this list, I really hope you go back and watch that one because it was absolutely one of my favorites. The second most watched video on my channel this year was my I'm Not a Vampire clothing analysis video. And this was a video where I took the I'm Not a Vampire remastered video from Falling in Reverse, and I talked about it, and I talked about the historical accuracy of the clothing within it, and just put my knowledge out into the universe for this video. I did a similar thing for Palais Royale's video for Tonight is the Night I Die, which ironically was filmed in the exact same location as the I'm Not a Vampire video. So now we've come to my number 1 most watched video of 2021. And I honestly was very surprised. My number one most watched video of 2021 was my Winnie the Pooh makeup palette video. I got a Winnie the Pooh makeup palette from Hot Topic. It was generic, neutral colors, but you ghosts really seemed to like it, or at least the YouTube algorithm really seemed to like it, because it was my most viewed video of 2021. And I do still use that palette. It has a lot of like really pretty gold colors in it, and it's very pigmented, so it's sort of like, this video was a palette review and I gave it good reviews, so I can see why it would be a top video, but I was still a little surprised. Real quickly, I want to talk about some of my subcategories and the most watched ones in those. So for Vlogoween, my most watched video was actually my Freddy victim video, which surprises me again because I wasn't that proud of the Freddy video in relation to like all the others. The Freddy video was one that I was just like, it may or may not turn out right, because originally that night I had sat down to do a completely different makeup video, and then I changed my mind twice before I finally came up with something. So it was a last minute decision, and oddly enough became my most watched Vlogoween video for the year. So let's talk goals. Last year I made the goal to make my Ariel dress, and guess what? I still haven't made it. Fabric is still in my closet, packed away. I was off for a whole week because someone in the office got COVID, and because I was off for a whole week, I had the urge to pull that fabric out, but then the more I sat there and thought about it, the more I was like, that's really intimidating, because it is going to be a giant ball gown, and I just ended up not tackling it. So once again, my goal for 2022 is to make the Ariel pink ball gown. As far as like subscriber goals, I'd kind of like to hit 500 by next year, but you know, I love every ghost anyway, so it doesn't really matter how many of you there are, as long as I have some ghosts here with me. So that was a short and sweet and quick 2021 in review for me. For the comments down below, tell me if you have any like New Year's goals or New Year resolutions for 2022, and if you accomplished anything that you wanted to do last year. But if you didn't, it's perfectly fine. Goals are just things that you set so that you don't always lay around on the couch. Tell me if you had any resolutions, and if you don't talk to me about that, just talk to me about something, because I love for you to talk to me down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you come around again soon. Say bye. Bye. Say